so let's simply start the run. Also, in Secret of Mana you can advance text with every single button. So, for convenience I simply mash X, L and R. L and R are not as convenient to press. However, I think it's good to alternate button presses with two hands, so I cover more range, so to speak. Also, I press X frequently, because I don't want to wear out the B button. And X is generally the least used button on the controller. Oops. Now I have to slay at least 6, better 7 enemies on the way to the village. This is to get my sword, whoops, as near to level up as possible. Well, not as possible, but as near as it has to be, so to speak. There was only one so far that was in the way. That's 2. I will take this guy. 3. I hoped my boy would dodge here. 4. 5. I probably didn't have to spend as much time to kill those guys. That's 7. Or 6. I don't know. Who cares? I only need to level up. It's at least 6. Watch the monster before attacking? I disagree. It's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more. Oh, come on, don't cast now. That's so unfortunate. At least he slashed him when he stood up. He is not supposed to do that when I stand near him. Also, I need a total of 11 enemies slashed to level up my weapon from level 0 to level 1. And the ant boss there counts as one enemy. The reason I want to have the weapon on level 1 before the Aqua Palace is because there I get the spear, which I also want to get onto level 1, which is required to set up the overcharge glitch. The controlled overcharge glitch. If I would simply use the NPC overcharge, I would only have to charge up the weapon, charge up the sword to level 2, and the spear could rest. However, since this is not a tool-assisted speedrun, I cannot control the AIs as well as, well, tool-assisted speedrun. So I almost have to use the controlled overcharge. It's the controlled overcharge because I'm in control of the character that is acquiring the overcharge. That's one. Wow. That's two. Usually mushroom is here. That's really bad luck. I've never seen this guy go back into his flower state. Could you please use the correct slash? Wow. That's really bad luck. I have no real control over which slash the boy will use with his weapon, so it's pretty much RNG whether he used the right one. And as you can see, when he does a stab, so to speak, he cannot hit the flower over there. Now the correct way to speedrun this dialogue is choose left, 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 right. Because that's quite simply the fastest way. Also, I'm mashing L and R here instead of B, so I don't accidentally choose the left option. If I would choose the left option on the last option I got, it would simply loop around the dialogue and would nothing but waste time. Take the spear. Yes, the spear is the strongest weapon in the speedrun. Want to save the game? Yes, please. Second slot it is. Reset to skip a little bit of dialogue and skip walking outside for a good chunk. Now I have to switch weapon to the spear. That's really unlucky. And you can one-shot those guys with the spear when you come back here. It's 2. Also, I run into this guy intentionally, and usually when standing up, the boy will do another slash to kill this guy. Also, he did 2 little damage here. That's 3. There's no flower. There's no rabbi there. That's 4. That's really not good. If I hadn't to lose too much time here, I will simply reset, I think. I mean, I can still save incredible amounts of time later on in the run. However, so poorly as this run went up to now, it's not exactly satisfying. Here I hope I land on the B and slash it twice. Well, didn't happen. Only once. These blades can outright kill me if they decide to cast on me. Now I need 2 more enemies on the way. I take this guy, which I normally can shove towards the right direction. That's 1. These guys are always planned, these 2. Because I can kill both of them at once. Come on. No! Oh my god, that's so unlucky. He used the wrong attacks to activate the switch. You can only activate the switch with 1 of 2 attacks. Wow. And then a box dropped. That's incredible. That's really incredible. At least I hate this guy. Those 2 guys are also always planned. That's pretty optimal. That's so unlucky, that's incredible. And bye-bye Casper. I have no idea why the chat timestamps are not on again. So I don't know when you wrote this. Oh well. Now I need 1 more guy. I take this guy. That's that. Because this one is the last one I need to level up my weapon. Also, I released the run button, which is A, too early, else I would have done full damage. Switching back to the sword, and setting up the money glitch. And the different glitch. The equipment glitch. Wow. And monies! What I just did there is basically manipulate the game into giving me to select the second slot where there is nothing, because in the first slot there is the magic rope. Because the game does not know which icon to display, it simply takes the magic rope for it, and I now currently cannot select the magic rope. But since I'm selling a whole lot of nothing, I get a whole lot of money. Actually, in most SNES RPGs you find some form of under or overflow glitch that happens to work out to give you a whole lot of money early on where you shouldn't have it. This is no exception. Also, as you may have noticed, I'm currently buying 6 Cup of Wishes instead of the usual limited 4. Now the reason why I can do this is the game only checks until it finds an empty slot, which means it saw in the slot. Earlier I bought Cup of Wishes, 2 Cup of Wishes to be precise, when I still had the 0 item on the second slot. So it put the 2 Cups of Wishes I bought into the third slot. Now I sold all the 0 items and the slot was now genuinely empty again. Hang on. Wrong way. Equipping. No, the slot was genuinely empty again. Wow, I run back. And, well, it only checked on the first slot there was a magic rope, on the second slot there's nothing, so there's nothing in my inventory anymore, right? It didn't know that there were Cups of Wishes already in my inventory, and so I was able to buy a complete new stack of 4 Cups of Wishes. And what I just did there was another glitch called item glitch. No, trash glitch. Whatever. Equipment glitch. What essentially you're doing is by trashing an item you're currently wearing, the game does not expect you to do that and freaks a little out. While it does trash and get rid of the item you have, it also makes something different, which is extremely precise and depends on your menu position on the screen. It effectively alters values, and now hopefully, if I'm a bit lucky, I got the game to trash 2 of the Cups of Wishes I bought earlier. Which means I should now have 0 Cups of Wishes in the third slot. But 0 does not exist. 0 is the same as 8. You can have a total of 8 items in this game. However, the game usually limits you by only being able to buy 4 of a kind. Because I now have 0, I have a total of 8 uses of Cups of Wishes in one slot and 4 in the other slot. Hopefully. Worst case scenario, I only have 4 Cups of Wishes total because it subtracted the 2 Cups of Wishes from the wrong slot. It's an incredibly precise and finicky setup, so I can never be sure whether I actually got it. I assume I got it, but I will only know this once I actually have to use Cups of Wishes. Either way, it wouldn't warrant a restart. Also, you can moonwalk in this game. Quite interesting. This is the optimal thing that can happen. You slash Tropigallo, and he does not dive anymore. The other thing that can happen, you slash him early, and then get the ability to slash him just before he dives again. However, this bears the risk that he will dive again right as he respawns the next time. And I can obviously not slash him twice when I get hit by those pumpkins. Wow! Usually when you go into that corner, you are safe. Oh, he's dead. Also, as soon as a boss dies, none of his attacks will do any damage anymore. I have no idea what happens if you would die at the same time as the boss would die. Also, despite my, well, bad luck and bad play, I didn't lose too much time, so I roll with it. As mentioned, I can make up at least 20 minutes later in the run. Yes, take the sprite with me. Oops. Although I will take the time to name this little sprite. Whee. They throw Chobin's bows and arrows along with the little one. Which is quite weird, because Chobin and Hood are the hero rats later. Well, just coming up now. Now on the way up from Gaia's level, I want to slash as many enemies as possible with the sword. Which means the boy needs to get the last hit. Because you only get half the weapon experience if you do not get the last hit on an enemy. So optimally, I can slash an enemy with the sprite and then finish him off with the boy. Don't forget to put this and go on this. Now the reason why I went on this is to set up the second controller. No! I set it back and I didn't set it up. No! It's always so wonky to set up the second controller. What I did just now was I set up the second controller to be upside down. As in, the D-pad now on this controller down here is actually the correct way around. That's one. There's a flower. I should have slashed with the sprite first, so the boy could simply finish it off. Come on, sprite. I want to run with the sprite here, in case this happens. And then go up here. That was two already. It's pretty good. Slash with the sprite, finish off with the boy. Slash with... Come on. Oh well, the NPC sprite also hit it, which is nice. That was pretty good actually. That was 4 enemies on the way there, which does not usually happen. Also, upcoming, the hardest boss in the game in my opinion. Or most random, I don't know. But let's buy first. I have that already. Now I will also buy ribbon here, which is the weakest head item for the girl. The reason why this is important is quite simple, that the difference between wearing anything and wearing nothing is quite significant, even if that anything would only provide 1 defense, which is not a whole lot. Well, let's hope I can beat those 2 wolves. That's weird. Why would he slash the girl? Come on. If I play it right, I have them now. Nice, that was really good. I'm really happy with that. Also, I don't care about the girl's name. So out of habit, I simply name her A. Now before I forget it, that was the wrong character. Equip her. I should have trashed this before I went over. Oh, let's go. I probably should switch character there to run, however I want to be the boy here to slash this guy. And everything he spawns. Whoa. Dancing around the button won't help. Slashing it, just to make sure I get the correct amount of... what's it called? Weapon experience for the boy, because I need to be sword level 2 before the next boss. Optimally just in front of the next boss. Come on, girl. That's new. I've never seen him poison me. Well, there's always a first time, isn't there? Running past. Come on, guys! It's not that difficult to run past. As you can see, the AI is not happy to run past enemies, generally speaking. So you have to more or less plan ahead how to do this. So for example, I slashed this eye solely for the reason because it's almost impossible to get two NPCs to run past it. Also for weapon experience, I have to slash something anyways, and well, it's in the way. So I defeat it. This should do it. Okay. I was a bit early for the weapon skill, however, I have a plan. I stand twice on the switch there for a very simple reason. Also, the girl should be unmoogled right now, please. The reason is I want to try and preserve barrels. No, don't stand on the switch, lady. That's quite silly. By simply using the overcharge here. Run into it, girl. Oh. I switched weapon with the wrong character. Die. Thank you. I'm not sure that was worth it, but it sure was easier to try and sneak my way through those walls, because they can simply combo you to death if they want to. My usual strategy was to simply use 3 barrels to get past those, however, optimally I only want to use 2, so I can use 1 barrel for the upcoming boss fight, and... oops. And 1 barrel later on in another boss fight where it's really beneficial. Come on! That's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Obviously, I'm running now with 2 controllers around. Also, as mentioned, it's pretty bad that I got my weapon level up so early. Because that's quite simply was not necessary to get it that early. So I slashed way too many enemies on the way. I have to reduce the number of enemies I slash. You can technically walk past those 2 chairs. However, they are quite fierce if you don't kill them. They are easy to kill if you, well, care about it. However, they can really mess you up if you don't take them serious, so to speak. Okay. The boy is now on the ground, which is pretty much optimal. No, don't fly away! Come on, eat me. No, lady, don't hit him. Okay, the lady is eaten, which is fine by me. Wow. Oh well, what just happened there is I wanted to walk into his face with the barrel. Which means the barrel has the special ability to only take damage from certain spells. So I was immune to damage, and he tried to eat the barrel. Well, that was what I hoped for. Because if you run into his face, the Spiky Tiger's face, and then simply, well, push against him, so to speak, he will start eating, and then he will not move. And by this, I can simply set up the boy to use the NPC overcharge, which will always hit in this case, because the boss does not move. Also, I'm trying to block the witch with the second controller here. So I can simply talk to her as soon as possible. Also, I should not forget that I now have to advance the text with the other controller. Come on, guys. Don't get stuck everywhere, please. It's really annoying. It's also absolutely worthless that he kills enemies. Come on. Give me control. Thank you. Because we don't need any levels. Levels don't really help here in this playthrough. They are, well, let's say useful, but not to a great degree. They're useful to survive certain attacks, but for the most part, negligible. If I play it right and don't have horrible luck, I should be able to beat any boss in this game with the proper equipment and strategy. Also, those fish are really fierce. If you don't... No, don't run outside! What just happened here? The girl was backing off to the outside. Well, towards the outside. And I tried to walk left, which triggered the screen transition. Come on. I think this should work. And it did. Also, what I did just did there is switching to not the boy as the lead, which is important, by the way. If the boy is not in the lead with controller 1 and you use a magic rope, you can still act, which means I just ran into the cutscene while the magic rope cutscene was playing, so it transported me outside just when I ran into the Undine cutscene. Now the Undine cutscene will still play, but at the entrance, which means I have just used the magic rope at the first possible frame. More or less, so to speak. If I can get outside, it will also be useful, so to speak. I'm pretty bad at speaking. So, I'm sorry. Ling. Also, I forgot to split. Typical. As you can see, Last time I also forgot the split. As soon as I'm in the cannon, I will advance the split by 1. Maybe I should change the split to when I'm into the cannon. I don't know. Should I? I don't know. No. I simply have to learn it. And now back to Gaia's level for a second time. After this we will visit this place twice more. Only once with the cannon though. Well, no, he landed correctly. Which doesn't help. I don't need to kill the Busby anymore. Yes, the name of this enemy is Busby. Also I want the sprite here in the lead. Wrong side. Hopefully I can pull it off. Perfect. Frosted enemies are incredibly useful. You have a high chance of frosting an enemy, making him a snowman. No, don't balloon her! That's so annoying. You have a high chance of frosting an enemy as long as you have frost weapon. What it does is, it makes them into snowmen, as you could see, but the side effect is that the AI does not recognize those guys as enemy anymore, which is incredibly useful. Using the sprite again. Walking to the left here, intentionally, to despawn these guys here, because there can only be a maximum of 3 enemies on the screen at any given point. Come on. Okay, I was a bit scared there, the goblins would hit me. Oh, I played that wrong. Come on, guys. Are you kidding me? Wow! He just comboed my sprite to death. The worst part about this is I need the sprite alive. Because the cutscene will not let me fight the boss unless the sprite is alive. Oh well, at least it forced me to heal everything up. So I have now a fully healed party against this boss. Which is good. Because he has the tendency, if he does not like me, he can kill me outright. If I'm unlucky. Or do this. Which isn't as bad. He isn't dead. That's unlucky. I keep the charge. Also, I have no idea why the color on the bottom part changed. What is it? The HP bars? I really don't know why it does this. Yay! I saved 8 seconds and 4 tenths of a second. Now I could technically do the same thing as I did with Undine here and use the magic rope just before I touch the mana seed. The problem with this is, however, as you may be able to see soon, very soon, after I touch them on the seed, there will be a cutscene playing. The cutscene will move the boy and the girl automatically pretty far down, and the sprite as well. Now this cutscene will play at the entrance, which would mean it would place my characters behind the entrance, and I could not move from there. So I would have to use Magic Road twice to get away from there, which ultimately would result in a loss of time. And running back out again. For the second time, and then it will be once more. Interestingly enough, 1/3 of the time in the speedrun you spend in this first area. As in, well, a long time actually. The main reason for this is later on in the run we will skip significant portions of the actual plot to simply go more or less as soon as we acquire Flammy, move to, well, the end. Not quite directly, but almost. Also, I've thought about practicing to select characters during specific parts of dungeons, so I can get them past various enemies that usually give me a lot of trouble if I have to deal with the AI-controlled characters. Also, in this cutscene, you want to enter it with the girl, because the girl will be the furthest ahead of the party members. Let's go. Also, what I forgot, I'm an idiot. Use Frost Weapon again, because it really helps. Those guys will always cast at first, so they are not threat. However, this sword is incredibly annoying to get past, especially with AI-controlled characters. Could you please freeze it? Or simply run past, that works as well. I lost a lot of time there. Those enemy spawns. Wow. I did not hit him, which is unfortunate. Because now I have to direct every single character, one by one, past those. Oops, and I ran into the wrong direction. Shouldn't have. Come on, guys. They are not as bad as they look. They only want to play. Now in this, I want to enter with the boy, so I can immediately start charging up my weapon when I enter the boss room. This was a below average run through the ruins. Optimally, you can get past the various enemies much quicker. Basically, what just now happened is it didn't matter whether I used Frost Weapon or not. I lost time anyways. So the whole purpose of Frost Weapon is to crowd control enemies and get past them in a quick manner. Whoops, that was not my intention. That was too early. No, don't do this to the boy, please. No! That was really unfortunate. I should kill him now. Okay. No? I killed the left eye instead of the middle. I missed again. I'm now lost overcharge. Wow. You are like horrible at aiming today, sir. How did you survive your life so far? That's incredibly unlucky. Could you please stop this? Oh my god. Just at the time when he wants to slash. Really? It's getting ridiculous now. Seriously, stop this bullshit. It wouldn't have hit anyway this time, but... Are you kidding me? That was an incredibly bad fight. He trolled me. As you can clearly see by the splits. Usually you walk up to him, slash him and he's dead. This time, however, he decided every time I wanted to slash him, except for the one time I slashed him earlier and didn't kill him with one hit, he interrupted me. Let me put it like this, if I chose the correct charge earlier, I could have avoided this. However, controlling the charge is a thing about frames. So getting the correct attack every time is incredibly, what's the word? Difficult. If I lose more than 3 minutes anywhere in the run, I think I'm going to reset. Because despite being able to save 20 minutes everywhere over the course of the whole run... Are you kidding me? I don't think losing 3 minutes in the first area is a good thing at all. Or more like, I don't think it's an acceptable thing. And the third time down to Gaius now. The last time left the cannon. And landed perfectly on him again. I even killed it. That's incredible. Now, obviously I want to be the boy as soon as I enter the police ship. So I gradually switch after screen transition to get the boy into the lead. Also, you don't want to run to the top right here, because the AI gets stuck. Despite it being, would actually be faster to run top right. So that's quite unfortunate. Also, it does take that long until you can actually go into that door. Now, optimally, I can one-shot this guy fairly quickly. But let's see how much luck I get. 1, 2, 3. The attack is good. Okay. I simply wanted to make sure I would hit him. Okay. I think I split it late last time. Pretty sure about that. No, I did actually lose a lot of time against the Jabberwock, the Kilroy, I remember. So I think it kind of makes up for the wall phase costing me that much time. However, it would be better if I made up that time for real, so to speak. And for the last time I have to walk out of this lump. The optimal case is that this bee here, right out of the water, will not spawn. Also, I'm not running through the water there, because the AI loves to get stuck behind the rocks in the water if I run, so that's why I simply walk. And back to the Weather Palace. Now, as you will be able to see, the Jabberwocky has a very interesting hitbox. In fact, his upper body has no hitbox at all, and his feet and a good area below his feet is his hitbox. It's quite weird how it works. Also, sometimes you can simply run past those fish guys, but sometimes they won't let you. I was lucky enough that I got past them quickly, despite them not letting me through just like this. They can knock me down and combo me and almost kill me. I don't think they've ever killed me up to now, but I'm pretty sure it could happen. Oh, I forgot there was an option I had to press B. Let's see. One of the reasons I love Secret of Mana is there is boss fight after after fairly short sections of actually running through dungeons or getting from place to place. A little bit more, and this should be a little bit too early. Now it should hit like this. As mentioned, his hitbox is really weird. It extends a fair bit towards his bottom. Also, you have to talk to Luca and Gemma here because if you don't, if you want to skip one, the bridge will not be up. So Luca has to tell you should visit Jock. But look, wow, names. And Gemma has to tell you he will go on his journey and give you the whip orb, etc. Also, as an interesting note, if you ever happen to miss any of the orbs, you can get them in various rooms where they will be stacked. Such as, for example, the Santa's house. In the Santa's house there is usually chest if you missed any orbs. And I think there is one by default as well. No! Mushroom! Let me through! I should have asked the text. Wow. Well, that was the first part of the game. More than 1/3 of the run, hopefully. Now I have to talk to one of these Moogles, it doesn't matter which one, to tell me basically where to go. Despite me knowing that already. Game does not care. Oh. I run a bit further intentionally here to get my party aligned, so they don't get stuck anywhere. Now I want a very specific charge attack here, which is the one that spins around. And I just missed it. Well. This should do. No, it doesn't. Well, I was lucky. Now the reason I want the specific charge attack is it has such a wide range. It can quite... Wow, I accidentally hit X button. It can quite simply kill all of those hedgehogs. Come on, little guy. Now I have to talk to a Moogle here again. So the sprite suddenly has clear vision and we know where to go, despite us knowing where to go anyways. But it's important that the sprite knows, right? Now here I will switch characters while running upside. Because the first character will always get silenced. Silence has the nasty side effect of your character having inverted controls, which also applies in the menus, by the way, for some weird reason. Okay, that was pretty good, getting past those guys. And now up for one of the worst enemies in the game. The worst enemy because, well, we don't use spells. We have to hit him with regular attacks, which is, simple said, incredibly difficult. Wow. I hit. That was surprising. As you may be able to see, he gave me a lot more trouble than last time. So technically I could already save a total of 4 minutes if I played well enough. And didn't have such poor luck. It all comes together in the end. Also I forgot, I could have used the magic rope here to save the way of running out. And then talking with the guy. So I would basically talk to the guy at the entrance, like I did with Undine earlier. Well, shouldn't happen, I guess. Gain Sylphie's power. Also, as an interesting side note, you do not have to activate this mana seed on your journey. You can simply skip it. So that's exactly what we are going to do. We only need Sylph. Wow, what the hell did hit you? He's a sniper, this Rabite. Oh, that was bad. I want frost weapons here again. 2 frosties those. It's incredibly useful. So they will not mess up my run? What do we call this? Nice, I hit. I switched the gun there because the boy does not have any frost hit charges left, so to speak. Nice, that was really good. Switching weapon with the sprite. Also, I still think it's quite weird that the sprite is considered to be male in this in the American version. In the Japanese version, the sprite is... Come on, guys. What the hell? Wow. Girl did not want to cooperate. In the Japanese version, the girl is... Hang on, the sprite is a neutral gender, so it doesn't have any gender. Well, that's why it's neutral. And in the German version, it's a female. Quite weird. And the village of the friendly mushrooms. It also lags quite a bit in here. And upcoming is the first boss we cannot possibly one-shot. Which is really unfortunate because hitting that snake is really difficult. Especially if you don't want to get hit by yourself. Or yourself. Come on. Those NPCs are incredibly good at getting caught. It's amazing. Well, I now only have 2 people to run through this dungeon, which is fine by me, because having 1 ghost means 1 AI controlled character less that has trouble getting past enemies. No one hit the whip here. It's really amazing. Did you see how those guys walked? I really need to figure out how to get past this part properly though. I cannot always complain and simply do nothing, I guess. I need to figure out how to manipulate my partner's AI to get past those guys. Why did you hit that? Weird. And silencing it. Also, while the boy is controlled over there, I will revive the sprite. Stop this! Would you please screen transition? Thank you. Well, it's also really bad luck that he immediately targeted me. Okay. And the goal. It's really important that I get into here with being able to charge immediately, because the snake will not waste any time. Where is it? There it is. What? I hit it. That's the first. That was lucky. That was pure gambling. I still had an overcharge left, and I usually need 2 attacks to defeat the Viper, if I hit it. But hitting it is quite difficult, especially if I have no control over which charge I'm currently using. So this was really lucky. Because I had to either use the charge or let go of the charge to revive my teammates. So a total of 6.5 minutes could be saved by now. I keep track in my head for some reason. Also, as an interesting note, exactly where they are standing now is a stair for some reason. That's a 1 stair step, so I cannot run over it. And into the laggy village again. Lag. I'm not sure whether running is faster here than walking due to the lag. Also, it seems I got past those, that's good. Switching to the whip with the girl is more optimal anyways. Up to Kakara. That's where we want to go anyways. Now, we first visit Kakara for one simple reason. If you fly first to the ice country and then want to go over to Kakara, that's the desert, you cannot fly directly. Because you have to fly from Matango, which is where we started just now, to the desert. Because it is supposed to not send you to the correct place the first time around you go into the desert. So that's what just happened here. So you basically would have to fly to Matango and then over to Kakara. This way now I can fly directly from the ice country to the desert instead. Also, I get healed right after this cutscene, so any damage I take doesn't matter. It only costs time. Well, it always costs time. And now for the ship cutscene. I always found this to be quite a weird place. It splits your party and puts it back together again. Also, they say, go to work. However, what the hell should I work? I would work if I could, but there is nowhere I could do this. Too bad. I mean, maybe we are tiny little furries in a gigantic cage to produce energy. And that's why we're constantly walking around. Who knows? Oh, wrong way. The sprite just ate all the food on the ship. I guess there is at least one character in every other RPG or anime that eats too much. Also, for some reason, the next boss, upcoming, can be one-shot again. He's the last one that can be one-shot. Right after an enemy that cannot be one-shot. I guess the gimmick would be that hitting him in the first place is quite difficult, because he is moving around so quickly. Missed. Hit, please. Okay, I hit. I didn't one-shot him though, but that's okay. Hit, please. No, I keep the charge in case I miss, so I don't have to charge up again. Well, I guess you could call it like that. Way to go. Come on. Don't run away. Also, this time, I'm not running into this spider thing, which is in the hole. Whew. And we made it to the second, place where we can buy stuff. And we didn't use much supplies at all, which is really surprising. Usually around this time I use much more of the items to, well, get through. I guess you could call it that. Oops, that was dumb. Also, I only bought one of those. That's not exactly clever. That's actually pretty redundant. Oh well. 15 seconds lost for no reason. Too bad. That's that. As mentioned, wearing anything is considerably better than wearing weak armor. Hang on, that's not what I meant. No, wearing anything is considerably better than wearing nothing, even if that anything would happen to have 0 armor. Okay. Into the ice country. I probably should have enchanted my weapon with frost already. Well, now I have to do it now. I really should think about this earlier. Also, while I'm at it, recharge her mana. I hope it recharged it. I didn't see the number. Which is an actual indicator whether it worked or not. No! Those wolves are so fierce. It's quite incredible. There was no wolf here. I slashed anyways, just for good measure. No, those wow, what? How can you say such a complicated word for such a simple creature? You English guys are quite impressive in that. The hedgehogs cannot do any damage to us anymore, which is really convenient. Wow! I don't think I've ever seen him spawn here. By the way, you remember we saved some barrels? Well, here's the reason. I missed. That's really bad. Again. Would you please hit? And he did not move. Wow! Twice I missed and then he didn't move. So that's, how do you say it? Good luck and bad luck? Also, this means I basically just figured out why he doesn't move after you slash him. It's not slashing him as soon as he goes up, it's slashing him at a specific time when he spits out his pumpkin. That's really interesting. Also, this guy has pretty bad memory. We only destroyed the machine roughly 30 minutes ago. Also, it's quite weird holding on controllers like this, actually. And the last we see of those guys. Normally you would meet them in the Grand Temple underground. However, we will skip this. Ninja Turtle! Will he hit me again? He decided not to. Instead, the wolf wanted his share. I've never seen the wolf attacking me there. It's always a first time. Always a first time. And I got past this. This is one of the worst screens. 3 enemies in such a small space. And I got past them. Quickly even. That's really lucky. Wrong way. I want the fire weapons here to control some of the enemies. Now fire weapons can engulf enemies in flames. It's not quite as good as frost weapons. However, frost weapons don't work against those blobs specifically. Wow. Because it's not as good. Quite simply because those guys can ignore. No, the NPCs ignore frosted enemies, but they don't ignore enemies that are engulfed in flames. That's how it works. Talking. So difficult. Oh wow. Every time I switched character to run, they didn't have full charge. That was really unlucky. Could you please? Oh. No! Wow. That's quite interesting. Well, let's hope I get a level up here so I don't have to manually heal them. I want, once again, a very specific attack here, which is once again the one that whirls around. A little bit more. Okay, I should have it. Perfect. Unfortunately, no one leveled up. And here, I just missed a hit, so I have to control them with Baloo. Well, I don't have to, but that's the most sane option to do. Most same thing to do is what it's called, isn't it? Come on, guys. You can't slash ghosts anyways. Switch to the boy, that's good. Oh, don't forget to switch the option here. Last time I forgot it. Switch weapon. Now the optimal thing that can happen here now is he casts and enchants my party with Frost Weapon. Because then he will stay and I can hit him. I missed. Which means I will now do the following. That was wrong. Cast analysis. And hit him right after the analysis ends. Nice. That was pretty decent. The analysis spell keeps him from doing anything, so his whole movements are halted. Which means, if I time my attack correctly, I can slash him as soon as he can move again, which does damage. Also now I have 3 frost weapons, which are considerably stronger than the ones I could cast, so that's really good. Now, unfortunately, going out of this castle, do you remember where I said it's one of the worst screens? Yeah. It will put me into the middle of those 3 enemies. The turtle at the top and wolves on the left and right. Let's see if they will combo me. Nice, I got past. Pretty fast. That was really good actually. At least for compared to what usually happens. No! Now, sometimes you get unlucky and they don't freeze. I think they have a roughly... No, hang on. The freeze chance is different depending on enemy, I think. But usually the wolves freeze 80% of the time. So him not freezing twice is quite interesting. Probability. However, I'm really happy how the frost area here went. I got through pretty quickly overall. could be ahead by roughly 8 minutes if I played it well enough. But that's only for later runs, I guess. It's always somewhat good when there is still room to improve, I think. At least then I don't get demotivated and keep running. Also, I forget. Running down, then left. Also, in this first sand bag, whatever, there's always an enemy. So I avoid it by walking a bit further to the left than necessary to sprint. Also, if I'm lucky, this guy down there will not cast. And I was lucky. That was really nice. Those would always hit me if I don't run here, so that's why I run. It's that simple. Really nice. Got past it really quickly. Salamando. There's no real reason to not cast on all, because those clouds can do a fair bit of damage. Hit. Wow, that's unlucky. Which means I do not want to get hit by those, because every single hit has an incredibly high chance of cast from those guys, has an incredibly high chance to inflict engulfed in flames, which means I would have to use a medical herb to heal that status, which would cost a lot of time. And medical herbs, which I may or may not need later. So it costs roughly the same amount of time if one of my guys gets hit or I cast Balloon. However, having more medical herbs makes the run that much safer. So I opt for the second one. For the second option. That's interesting. Slash. Also, you have to hit that switch over there. The reason for this is, if you don't hit every switch in this palace, the next switch, which will activate the puzzle, well, puzzle quote unquote, will not work. This one here would not work if I didn't hit the switch earlier. So technically it's no problem to skip the switch earlier, but it's required to hit it to activate the boss door, or boss stairs, if that's what you prefer to say. Good. Waiting for a little and hitting. That was too early. Nice. As you can see, I can save a lot of time pretty much everywhere. With the exception of my Mana Beast fight and Buffy fight, which is one of the most random fights later on, was pretty much perfect. With those two exceptions, I can save a fair bit of time almost everywhere. Also, I always try to keep the boys menu on the items. So I always know when I call the boys menu, I will have the items up front. Which saves a little bit of time every time I have to use items. And I can use the boy, so to speak. And up we go. To the Empire. Only 4 more enemies left until the game gets more broken than it already is, considerably more broken. In fact, we will start skipping huge chunks of the game. Now here's an interesting part. To advance here, you have to talk to the lady. That gives you the secret password number. However, it's possible to sneak past the guard without activating him, and so you can simply run past him into the door. However, the door does not work unless you talk to this lady, so you have to talk to her anyways. 634. However, even if we would happen to activate the guard by accident, we could sneak through him. Okay, I have to demonstrate it here. By doing the same trick that works in Porter's Village. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Now, obviously, it's only faster if I can pull it off reasonably quick. Otherwise, it would be faster to talk to him. Okay, I got it. I think it's about camera movement, actually. When I just considered this. And the sewers! One of the most convoluted area. It's really annoying to get through here quickly. Even not quickly, it's really annoying. Because of those freaking blue slimes over everywhere. Oh my god. She has no... Was too early. She had no mana left. Oh my god, and they froze me anyways. No. Come on! Oh my god, why would you run into this? I hate this area, as you may be able to tell. That was unlucky and lucky at the same time. My character didn't get frozen, however, he managed to get caught. Stop charging, boy. Now, the advantage here is I can run past this guy because I have one ghost, else I would usually have to cast Balloon as well. So, making the best out of a bad situation, I guess. I really have to figure out how to get past this area quickly. I wonder whether actually using 3 barrels would be the fastest. Oops, sorry about that. What I don't know. Oh well. I think I can again gain at least 10 minutes over the course of the whole run by... Are you kidding me? Wow, that freaking antivirus. I can gain at least 10 minutes over the course of the whole run by optimizing strategies. Yeah. Now, Ghost cannot run, which slows me down quite a bit. However, it's not as bad as it may sound. For the most part in dungeons, which is one upcoming, which I didn't heal, why I didn't heal the sprite. For the most part in dungeons, you have to get past enemies, and AI-controlled characters are, as you have seen, incredibly bad at this. So having only to care about 2, where in the most places I cannot run anyways, is really useful. Okay. Now, while I have to go up the stairs, the girl can cast. Wrong way. Well, where's fire weapon, which is really useful in this place. Okay, I got past him. And didn't use a charge. Nice. You don't want to spend too much time in this room, specifically with the red bats, because I've realized those guys are pretty brutal if you let them hit you. They can combo you more or less to death. Go on a little bit, thank you. I just realized it's, for the most part, so much faster with one ghost. Magic faded. That's unfortunate. But mostly I will not need it anymore if I play correctly. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, I can always hit that switch. Problem is, hitting it will not do the trick alone. Stop charging, you idiot. Because the text box appears. And the text box gives the enemy time to recover. No! I'm an idiot. I just walked right into this. Now, instead of helping the girl, I let her die and revive the sprite instead. I always want at least 2 characters alive though, for this whole area. Because pretty much anywhere, well, as you can see, if they get caught, my characters can get comboed and killed easily. It's really bad luck. No, it's better to have the girl alive than to have the sprite alive overall. For the simple reason of, well, upcoming is a boss. Also, even if I don't hit the enemies, as in they take damage, they still change their behavior for the split second. Okay. I switch. Well, while I'm here, I need the sprite alive in boss fights as a meat shield. Hit. That's really bad luck. Now I have to give him a candy, otherwise he may or may not survive. Open your eye, please. What is currently happening now is a special event that only happens if you kill both eyes. I unintentionally activated the spin attack, which happened to hit both eyes. And that's really scary. It can potentially outright kill you if you're unlucky. And now upcoming is one of the most annoying enemies in history of gaming, especially if you do not use magic. Now the reason why the vampire is so incredibly annoying is he can fly around for as long as he wants to. And while he is flying, you cannot hit him. You can only hit him while he is on the ground. And he has a good chunk of HP, so I have to hit him, I think, at least 4 times to kill him. So it's a matter of luck and a little bit of strategy to get him down quickly. First thing I do is cast this, so I hopefully get him to stay on the ground for a little longer. I hit. No, she doesn't have any magic anymore. It's not exactly unlucky. I could have... Wow, I hit him. I could have anticipated this. That's a bit early. If I cast too early, it will chain cast and I cannot hit him. That's unfortunate. Too early. I think this should hit. I hit! That was a really good fight. That was a really, really good fight. And last time I seem to have had a similarly good fight. Nice. Now he can, as mentioned, if he does not want to cooperate, he can simply fly around above and cast down spells without ever landing for 3, 4, 5 minutes. So it's extremely luck-based. Especially if you are only using weapons and no spells. If you could simply spam spells, it wouldn't make a difference. However, he is not weak to any elements, so trading up spells specifically for the vampire is quite simply not worth it. Well, technically, he is weak to a specific type of spell, but you do not get Lumina until later, and in this run, you do not get Lumina in first place. Ever. We simply skipped that whole scene where we would get Lumina. And back to the naive rebels that will simply get caught by the Emperor that says, "Hey guys, we want peace. Come on to our banquet and we will totally not take you prisoner." Didn't we have that already in Final Fantasy VI? Although I think Secret of Mana did it before Final Fantasy VI. And it's both by Square anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? Not like it would matter anyways. You need somehow to advance the plot. Also, I have no idea about that whole stuff, so... Whatever. I should shut up. Let's see whether the Metal Mantis will play with us, or we will play with him. He hits, doesn't he? Yeah, he will hit. What? Oh, I lost my charge. Oh, I did not expect this. I should by now, thinking about it. Because that's not the first time this happens. And I missed. I think after he throws his spell or laser, I cannot hit him. And I did the same thing again. Okay. It was a pretty good charge, because I did a lot of damage. Also, if I had the presence of mind, I would have simply cast frost weapons now. Oh well. The boy seems to be pretty much immune to those guys, or most of the time he does not get hit. Most of the time. And at least he didn't get engulfed in flames, which is a plus. Fun fact. We could have gone to the left here on the stairs. To begin with, we could have skipped this enemy, or this boss. And the whole section here would not have any enemies inside at all. So that would be really convenient. Too bad. I waited there for a split second to get full charge so I could slash this guy, because if you let them roam free, it can turn out to be pretty bad. Now the Mech Rider. If I position myself properly, he will never go away from the right side. However, that's really difficult. Oh, that's unfortunate. Switch weapon. Switch weapon with boy. Switch back weapon. Revive the girl. The reason why I want to revive the girl is for safety. Because it can always happen that one of my characters gets knocked out or two. Wow, they did not hit again. Finally it hit. Like this. Okay. Pretty decent. I moved all my characters to the right there, so he would always charge to the right. Which helps, so to speak. Also, I totally forgot what I was talking about earlier. I apologize for beginning a sentence and not finishing it. That happens a lot. Yeah, for some reason, whenever you defeat the boss and have two controllers active, the second controller gets control over the cutscene dialogues. So I have to match with the second controller. I forgot about that. Oh well. In any case, now the game gets broken. Quite simply. Horribly broken. First off, let's equip with the latest armor and restock on supplies. Now King Truffles told us to bring him back to his castle. We will never do that. because why should we? It's not required. So he will ride with us all the way to the Mana Fortress, technically. Obviously we'll never see him. Also, I buy here 3 crowns or helmets instead of 2 dock helmets, because it makes armor management easier. Okay. Oops. And we fly to, hopefully, the, what's it called? Gaia's Novel. That's what I meant. To get the Midge Mallet. Now the Midge Mallet is not required to complete the game. Not at all. But neither is equipping with the latest armor. And getting the Midge Mallet secures actually finisher run and increases the chance of, well, finish the run in first place quite significantly. It costs roughly a minute, but it's really worth it. And soon we are going to glitch this game apart. Very, very soon. In fact, pretty much right now. It's to the south. I should know by now. Hey Nico, save my game please. And reset. Let's start the new game. This will take roughly a minute. Now, what we are going to do is take advantage of 2 things. One is, because we landed with Flammy at the Frost Nico, it did not have any... Well, the game does not know where we entered the room, and thus cannot save where we are going to respawn, in which room. This means, basically, the save is unusable unless we load up. Well, we soft reset earlier, and the game still knows where to put us. However, because we soft reset, we can go pretty much anywhere. Now, that's the first part. The second part is we are going to soft reset into the beginning cutscene. There is a small leftover of the New Game Plus mode, which says, as soon as we enter this screen here, it is supposed to make us invisible. It's supposed to make us invisible and... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I need to heal myself. It's supposed to make us invisible. Plus, I'm pretty bad at playing and moving at the same time. It makes us invisible and teleports us out here. Now the invisibility has quite some interesting traits to it. One of which you will see soon, very, very soon. Look, there's no power. That was weird. Now, my characters still exist. They are simply not visible. They still behave like normal characters, can still get stuck in terrain. However, they cannot get stuck in enemies. They walk right straight through enemies. Now, you need to know every map in Secret of Mana wraps around. Currently, we cannot go into the trials, because we are supposed to visit the 3 temples first. However, because my character is invisible, they cannot interact with cutscenes or screen transitions. So I walked right through the screen transition trigger, and since the map wraps around, I came out on top of the map, behind the spike wall, which is supposed to prevent me from going in there before I visited all the palaces. Come on, guys. Oh my god. Why did I switch character? That's silly. Now, basically, I skipped just now getting the other 3 sprites, or spirits, which are Lumina, the Moon sprite, and Shade. Also, I'm switching here because I cannot see them, and I always assume they are going to be in bad places. Oop, that was weird. Oh. Oh my god. What is happening right now? No, that was the wrong word! I misused the Mitch Mallet here. Usually it is used to cancel out damage, because the game simply forgets to apply damage from spells if you use the Mitch Mallet while the spell animation is occurring. Now let me try something here. That was wrong. Okay. It technically worked, but it did not work as well as I hoped it would. What I just did there is I Mitch Malleted the sprite, so his defense would be much lower than normal. And so he would die. Now when one of your character dies, we got to split. When one of your character dies, the enemies or the shadow also will disappear, which is what I abused. Wrong item. I can never remember where it is. You wouldn't want me in your team as a scout. Well, reading maps is easy, but keeping track of where you have to go without using a map is pretty difficult. Well, in short, if you are small, Why did it cost me that much time last time? Well, to reiterate, when you are small, your defense is half by 3/4, which is quite significant. It's both against spells and normal hits. No, don't do this. I just lost the overcharge, which is really bad. And I think I missed. And this guy can pretty much spam his spells forever. If he wants to. I have to react quickly enough to be able to negate most of the damage he does. I think I should attack later here. Now, it's not really optimal what he does here. However, he is not currently jumping away, which would be the worst thing he could do. Oh nice, I got him. As you can see, last time I was considerably faster in this segment. I lost a lot of time on the doppelgangers and the watermelon boss here. Or more like, last time's watermelon boss was incredibly fast. Pretty insane, in fact. Now the watermelon boss can mess you up pretty badly. If you are unlucky, he will jump around like a madman and potentially outright kill you. Which happened to the run before the previous one. It's right behind me again. We have to get back to the Frostico again. Yes, it's right behind me again. Because we are going to glitch through... Oh my god, I just missed it. We are going to glitch right through southwest. Right through the Grand Palace. Now the reason why we do this, it's not really faster than the previous method. However, the point is, well, it's not really faster than the previous method. It's necessary. Because we skipped 3 of the spirits, we do not have all magic at our disposal. Which means we cannot activate the orbs the current run is using to get through the various parts. So we have to be able to skip through everything. Now we are going to activate the invisibility glitch again. Now the invisibility has the advantage that as long as any character in your party is invisible, You can walk through walls and pretty much everything as long as an event is currently happening, such as a text box. And as some of you may know, if you try to enter to the main entrance of the uprisen sunken continent, you are get thrown out, well, or more like the text box says we cannot progress here. Well, thanks to the text box, we can actually progress there. Soft resetting, holding start, select L and R for 5 seconds. Also, I should always revive 2 here. Because, quite simply, there's no reason not to. I'll have to find the sunken continent again. It's to the east, directly to the east. I should know that by now. You can land anywhere. You will always come out on top. Activating the second controller. Going in here. Now the problem is I need the whip to get past here. I will cast with the sprite some spells. Anything really. Then. Oh, I didn't make it correctly. Well, I have to make the backup strategy. Which works like this. Speed down. No. Which means I have to use the goal. Now you have to press all the switches here. It is a requirement that you press all the switches. If you wouldn't do that, you could not progress. Oh, that's... We had that already, didn't we, last time? They simply controlled the boy until, well, forever, basically. What does that enter? If we didn't activate all the switches in the previous room, we could not have... No, don't go down! We could not have activated the boss here. For the boss, we simply wait here. I think this is good. Or not. Hit him, please. Hit him, please. This should do. Okay. Haha, I think I got it. You can sometimes do this. It's quite weird how this works. Oh, I forgot to split. Also, upcoming is one of the harder bosses if you are not using magic. The Hexas fight is, to put it simple, quite difficult. The reason why it's so difficult is Hexas can mess you up pretty badly if she's allowed to cast. No! She can dispel, for one. Which is a problem. Because dispelling the boy, specifically the boy, leads to him losing his charge. I'm using analysis to pin her down. Oh, and this will also remove your overcharge. She has 5 mana left. What? Oh, I'm an idiot. I just messed that up horribly. Yes! Oh, I'm always happy when this fight goes well like this. Wow! My previous fight must have been amazing. I remember it was really good, but losing 1 minute on this? Crazy. That's really crazy. Come on, come on. Don't slack behind. What to do is the following. Use this to pin him down. Oh. My menuing is quite bad today. He's unconscious. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Take this. Again, he's unconscious. That's really unlucky. That's also unlucky that he simply charges left and right. Usually he decides to keep casting. I hoped it would kill him, it didn't. And the boy is unconscious again. Such a wimp. No way. Wow, I was a long shot away from killing him. I did not expect that. Oh well. I could have done this much better. But I guess it's okay. And, well, we are almost at the end. Unfortunately, recently I tried it out, and unless I, heavily switch between 2 controllers, running through the Mana Fortress is actually faster with only 1 controller. As some of you may know, up to now I've always run through the Mana Fortress with 2 controllers at once, which was neat, overall really satisfying, however not exactly much quicker. The reason for this is it's much easier to control one control alone and to build strategy for this. Also, this Nico! He can simply be not here if he decides to. I do not know why he sometimes is not here, however, not last time, sometimes before, when I ran this game, he was simply not here. Don't ask me why, he simply decided not to show up. I believe I still have one barrel, which is enough, if I would ever need one. Also, I forgot whether I bought 3 or 4 now. I bought 1 extra just in case. I think the amount is correct. Wrong way. Nope, I bought 1 too much. Doesn't matter. Not like money is an issue. And let's go. Now, as some of you may know, according to the normal playthrough, you should visit the Pure Lands right now. We don't care about normal playthroughs, do we? What I'm going to do is called Event Override, which means I'm going to override the event that is supposed to happen next with one that is scheduled to already happen. That's the short version. I'm going to hit the rope pole over there with a whip. And while I'm hitting it, I'm calling Flammy. Now, whenever you hit a rope pole, an event will occur which checks whether you are supposed to. Come on. Okay, whether you are supposed to go on or not, or whether you are supposed to make a whip jump. Now, the event didn't take place right there before, because I interrupted it with calling Flammy. Now, the event that would check whether I'm supposed to actually be able to get onto the Mana Fortress did also not happen. Because I interrupted it with the rope pole event. I was the wrong character, by the way. I should use a different character to activate the switch, so I can simply switch to the sprite to get over to the rope pole. Also, in the Mana Fortress, you have to activate every single switch. If you don't do this, the last event where Thanatos is talking will not play properly. Also, some bridges will not appear properly. That's the short version. I don't know why exactly it is. I assume it's simply a sequence of events that is supposed to happen. No! I went in there too early. I wanted to cast some spells before I went in there, but that's too late now. I didn't even have enough mana for it, so it doesn't matter. I hit him. I missed pretty badly, so even. Oh, I hit. No, I hit. That might be a too early. Oh, that was perfect. This would be early. No. Okay. Oh no, come on. Come down, please. Ah, that's going to cost me elixir. Nice, I got him. I didn't have to use the elixir there. That was a really good fight. Last time was incredibly amazing, and this one wasn't much worse, so I'm really happy with that. I'll have to beat the lead with the sprite. Run from here. Most of the things are planned out I'm doing. Walk to the very left and then run up. Past this guy. Move along. Run. Run here. Switch characters until I have everyone passed. And then move on. Again, switch characters until I have everyone passed. Then move on. Wow. I'm having trouble with the controls. That was pretty good actually. I think that's good. No, that's not a good attack. That's even worse. That takes even longer. That's... I overcharged, I think. Overcharged, to be precise. Now, repel magic here is really useful, mostly because it lowers the defense if you cast Acid Rain on an enemy. Which, since we are only using attacks anyways, that's really useful. Fortunately, when the enemy is casting his spells, I can still add my damage to it. So it doesn't cost me any damage time. Would you please hit? Yes, one hit left. Okay. That wasn't the best slime. If I got a proper, what is it called, slash attack instead of a special attack, so to speak, I would have saved quite a bit more time. Also here, I want to switch to weapon. Oh, that's too early. The weapon of the girl, if she would stop casting. I'm losing time here. With the sprite. Let's go, last stretch. No yellow guy. That's good. Don't run here, because it will confuse the AI way too much. Lava wave, who cares? Those yellow guys, by the way. No, please don't hit her. Can one-shot, and will one-shot you. If you are not playing careful. As in, really one-shot. They don't do damage, they simply kill you. Oh, the exploder will not do damage, much damage, but none at all, in fact. But it keeps me away. That's an interesting color you have there. No enemies here? Wow! That's amazing, because that costs a ton of time if there are enemies there. No! Don't combo me, please. Don't combo me, please. I'm almost there, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. Okay. Preparation time. Oh, that's not going to happen right now. Heal up quite a bit. I should have used the walnut earlier. Now she is only here to spell cost and nothing else anymore. That's why I switched to weapons. I didn't want to switch the weapons of the girl anymore, so I wanted to get the sprite sword to switch out. I'm so used to speeding through this cutscene by pressing tab, it feels so weird waiting for it. Let's see how well this fight goes. And Dialog sacrificed himself. Too bad. Now what I'm trying to do here is always keep my other characters in front of me. So so they act as a meat shield. Kill the sprite, please. Thank you. That's intentional. Heads up, heads up. No, he doesn't want it. So I'm going to revive the sprite here. Hit. It's not the best attack I currently have. A simple flash would be better, but this is the charge level 2, so it's good enough. switching out buttons again. Okay. He didn't want to stick out his head. Wow, really? That's really unlucky. Could you please stay or go? Come on, headline. Come on. No! I messed it up! Which means I have to heal him. If I... Oops. Nope, that's bad. If I pulled it off correctly... I could have made him get stuck in a loop, which is properly named the Thanatos Headbang, because he will only move up and down in very short intervals and be stuck there. However, I wasn't positioned properly in the middle, and so, well, it didn't happen. Oh well. It's still going to be a new PB, I think. Unless the Mana Beast decides to screw me over horribly. Whoops. Come on. Move into the same location. I think the second controller has control over the dialogue, but I don't know. So I'm matching both controllers. Let's get this started with the Meridian Dance. Meridian Dance is the name of the music track here. I really like it. It's not the best track, but it's really good. Okay, that's good. That's a simple flash, that's perfect. You cast as soon as he starts moving from there. That's done. He will not take no damage. Well, and my characters didn't take any damage, except for the sprite. Which I happen to generally ignore. Let's correct that mistake. I think that was too early. No! Why is it now the spinning attack? This doesn't make any sense. It was the normal slash before. This is much better, but Well, because that's really weird. Come on, hit it. Okay, I will try to get different attack here. This should be good. Nope, not quite. One more. It's still the same. This should be good. This should be a standard slash. Okay. I'm not going to defend against this because it doesn't do enough damage to worry me. I missed. That was too early. Why is it this attack now? That's so weird. I do not understand this. Or at least I'm hitting him now. Last time he was really nice, this Mana Dragon. So I'm going to lose time here now. Because I 2-cycled him, now it's already 3-cycle. Before I die. Come on. Can't have much left. Come on. Oh my god. I'm going into another phase. Shit. Well, I said I have a battle for a specific purpose, and that's it. Just in case I need it. I don't usually need that actually. Would you please die now? Finally! I lost almost 3 minutes there. I knew, as I said, my last Mana Beast fight was amazing. It was almost perfect luck. So that's to be expected. So I guess the positive thing is next time I don't have to compete against such an insane split, but at the same time it also shows how much more time I can save into the future. Also, I wonder, is my chat frozen? Because since roughly... Since roughly 2 hours I have not received any new messages. I do not know whether people are simply not talkative today, or my chat is messed up. Might be both. Who knows? Now I'm only roughly 10 minutes off Luigi Meister's 1 player record. 1 player, 2 controller to be exact. I think I might get him soon-ish. I mean, I can improve in so many areas still. I think it's reasonable to push the time down another 20 minutes once I optimize the various areas on how to manipulate the AI properly. Thank you, Thrickshaw. Well, I think games get easier the older you get, more or less. I also did the same. I grinded the Mana Fortress enemies for hours. It's not that I couldn't beat the Lich, it's simply that it was so unlikely that I would beat the Lich without powering up quite considerably. If only I knew the trick with the Mitch Mallet. That the Mitch Mallet cancels out spell damage is quite significant. Yes, my party was roughly around level 65, I think, the first time I beat the Mana Beast. It was quite memorable though. While the Mana Beast is, even in a casual playthrough, much easier to defeat than the Thanatos, it is still quite memorable because the fight takes so long, and as a kid you don't necessarily know what's going to come on. And I was so nervous when I finally reached that Mana Beast. I really liked it. By the way, as mentioned, you can warp into any cutscene via safe warp. Which means if I would soft reset at any of these points, I could warp into these cutscenes. However, nothing really interesting would happen, sadly. The most interesting thing, I think, would be this screen here, where when you safe warp into this screen, Nico will be walking around, so he can actually walk up and down. However, he cannot walk left and right. And in the end, It's a bittersweet ending anyways. You defeat the Dark Lich, you save the world, and you sacrifice 2 people. I was so upset when I saw this. This was essentially the first actually sad ending I've ever experienced as a kid. Still, it's my favorite game. The music is just amazing. I really wonder how this game would look if the Super Nintendo CD accessory would actually have come out. I mean, it was planned that this game was much bigger. They cut out quite a lot of its content, because they had to fit it on a cartridge in the end. Well, I guess we will never know. And that's that. I think I'm going to close the stream. Well, I'm going to close the stream, I guess. Actually, as mentioned, the CD accessory. Well, the CD accessory for the Super Nintendo was planned in cooperation with Sony, which later became the PlayStation, because I don't exactly know what happened, but there was some discrepancy between Nintendo and Sony. So the PlayStation was born, and the Super Nintendo never got its CD accessory. So this game was originally planned to be bigger, I think, but we can only imagine how much bigger it actually would have been. There is an interesting website named The Cutting Room Floor, TCRF, which shows quite a lot of characters, sprites and unused models that were never used. Also, presumably, a New Game Plus mode was planned to be used in this game, which part of it, as mentioned, we abused earlier to get the invisibility glitch, to skip quite a large part of this game. Oh well, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a nice weekend. I do not know whether I'm going to stream tomorrow or not, so we'll see, I guess. Have a nice day.